you tell me what misogynistic means?
To be like,
You're so dumb. You are really dumb.
doesn't it mean to be like the man is more like?
Let's pull it up.
You don't even know, do you?
Stupid. So I think where this is coming from is black women are not comfortable when you be like, women, you need to do this. I don't like that. Don't tell me what the I need to do as a woman when it's like, you're not a woman. So it's like, I understand.
Y'all tell us what a real man is all the time.
I understand that.
No,
but I'm telling you
I
how I
don't.
want to be treated. Again, it's different. You can't tell me as a woman what I should do. It feels different.
So you don't think that women's out here telling men what they should do?
Yeah.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
So what makes me a side chick? Because I'm beautiful? And
no, because the one who everybody f***s but doesn't wife. That's the side chick. Sorry.
So who have I been side chick?
You wrote a fucking book.
Who have I been a side chick? But I was never a side chick.
Well, when you write a book about having casual sex, and by the way, not one of them claimed you. We assume, you know why men don't claim women? Because we have our real girl that we don't want to tell about you.
I've only ever been with athletes and like the culture that's set for them, like they're not allowed to process their emotion in that way. It's like it causes it builds a wall for them because it's like if they show emotion in that way, they're weak, and that's what they've been told their whole life. Like, you cry, you're a pussy. To me, when a man cries, and like, well, it depends what they're crying about, but like that's like vulnerable, and like to me that's strength. You're able to, because there is such a culture, like, you know, oh, don't be a bitch. Like, that's what they'll say to like men.
Yeah.
Like don't be a pussy. And like also like that's kind of
on the flip side, so a common complaint I hear from guys is women say they want the emotional side from us. Like, they say they want us to cry in front of them. They say they want it, but then we give it to them and they're not attracted to it and they don't like it. So women don't really know what they want.
It's funny how she say men act like they can't be vulnerable and can't express their feelings, and then right after say it depends on what he's crying about. Logic. You can't say men are allowed to cry and be vulnerable, but only when you think it's okay for him to cry and be vulnerable. So a man's tears is policed. Fantastic. Ironically, men are told not to cry specifically for females because men are supposed to be leaders. And it's nothing worse than your leader crying in time of need. Analogy. Let's take it back when the World Trade Center fell. Now all the cameras is on the president. Oh my God, what just happened? What are we gonna do? And he responds, yeah, not a good look. Men can be vulnerable and men could cry, just not to you. These are the same women that were throwing in his face later on in life to emasculate him because she upset. Being with a woman is the only place you can do exactly what that person says, exactly the way they said they want it, and then they penalize you for doing it. Try being a yes man to your woman. Everything she say, just yep, what you need? I got over there. I'm going over there. I'm going to go get it. You want that? I got that. I was going to text you just to check on you. Was you outside late? Oh, you think I'm insecure? That's insecure? No problem. I'm not going to be insecure. I'm not going to check on you. Mama, I love you, babe. Then she'll leave him and say that he was a pushover and she could walk all over him. She don't like it. Logic.
We all date, right? And like the fact that I have dated 6 people at the same time, and you know, maybe one of us has dated 6 people at different times, what's the difference? You have seen and slept with the same amount of people. The timeline was just different.
So the difference is that it sounds like an excuse to get ran through.
I mean, that's like a really disgusting term, and I think that also that's kind of a really like harsh thing to say to women, because you would only say that really to a woman, right? You wouldn't say that to a dude. So,
well, I mean, it's a little different, but a man could also be...
Sure, but like you wouldn't... I wouldn't sit here and say that to you if you told me you were seeing 6 people. I'd be like, great, good for you. What I didn't own is the fact that you called me run through, which I think is rude. And also the fact that I didn't...
Was that me?
It doesn't even matter. But either way, you repeated it. And also the fact...
it's the truth.
Oh, Brian. I disagree with you.
I just want to say, like, I'm great. I am a freaking awesome person. And I'm not just saying that because I'm me. Like, I really am.
Stop it. Get some help.
And if a guy can't, like, realize that I am worth investing in and that I am freaking awesome, like, that's his loss. Like, whoever my husband is, whoever I end up marrying, that guy, he won the lottery.
If you watch this previous video of mine, you'll remember this girl attitude was totally different after this.
I give up. So done with dating with guys. I don't know how I always end up in the exact same situation.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
There's many reasons why it's so different for a woman to sleep with 6 men at separate times and 6 men at one time. But of those many, I'll give you one. If you do get pregnant, Who's the father? Well, since we all here, I'll give you 2. If a woman can talk to 6 people at one time, it's not like after you finish talking to those 6 people, you're just gonna go to one after that. You're gonna go to a whole nother 6. It'd be nearly impossible for her to ever date one, because now one person has to amount to 6. And as we know, women don't settle for less. And it's not the same as a man dating 6 women at one time, because a man has to shoot 6 times just to try to score once.
I consider myself to be a boss chick. I'm 26.
Okay.
Currently single. So, I mean, you were explaining to women that they are wasting their years being a boss chick. Why can't I build my life the way I want it without potentially just being a side chick?
What do you want?
A husband eventually.
Eventually when?
Definitely before I hit 30.
So in 3 years, 8 months or so, you want to have a husband.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How many children do you want to have?
I want 2 children.
Right. And after you're pregnant and married with your first child, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills?
I do not. I would prefer to be
cool.
taking care of my kids.
Okay, so by your calculations, what the do you need to be a boss for if you're going to be a stay-at-home wife? After marriage, you don't want to hit a lick. You want to stay at home and raise your kids. That means he has to pay the bills. Then what are you the boss for? What is it doing for the bottom line for the family?
Do you like a strong man or a weak man?
Strong.
So that strong man is your leader?
No.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
He's your leader.
No, he's not.
All right, how about your grandparents? Was there a leader?
Maybe. Back in that time.
Why are you opposed to that now?
Because we're in the new, like, everything's different now. Women are, it's such
more miserable.
Personally, for me, it's more an opinion of what my parents and what their expectations of me are, especially obviously being a woman living in a patriarchal society. A lot of things are not really geared towards women's safety or women being able to earn as much money as men, or being able to reach high CEO positions and stuff.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Our whole society is geared towards women. Women make 70 to 80% of consumer buying decisions. Our whole media is geared towards women empowerment. There's no men's empowerment.
Okay, well, I don't know the statistics, so I'm definitely wrong here.
I'm interested in people being able to have different choices and having equality of outcome.
Aha, well, so you're going to have choices and equality of outcome.
Men and women are basically alike in terms of personality, in terms of cognitive ability, in terms of leadership.
Men and women are broadly similar with regards to aggression, although men tilt a little bit more towards aggression. But if you take the 1 in 100 most aggressive people, they're all male. And that's why the overwhelming proportion of people who are in prisons are male. Now, do you want to equalize that? No. Just out of curiosity? What about bricklayers? They're 99% male. And we've got about 3/4 of the population now in universities in the humanities and social sciences are female.
Yeah.
Are we going to equalize that? And men work longer hours. They work more dangerous jobs. They're more likely to move. They're more likely to work outside. They're more likely to participate in jobs in the STEM fields that are scalable. They make more money for those reasons. And that's all hidden under the idea that the reason that men and women make different amounts of money is because of their gender.
Got 'em. We got 'em.